I'm going to show you to buy and use any ship part. It doesn't matter if it's B class, C class. It doesn't matter if you use Starship Design level 0 or what. There's a glitch you can abuse to buy and use any of them. Now, I saw this first on Angry Turtle Gaming. I'm going to link that in the description of this video. But the way this works is go to ship services and view and modify your ship. Now, ideally, you're only going to want to use Starship Design ones that you can't use because piloting has an issue. So we're going to go to a ship. We're going to go to the ship builder. We're going to go to add. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'll explain what's going, like why you might not want to do piloting ones. So if you look at the bottom left, I need Starship Design level 4 in order to put one of these on. And I'm looking for some of these I need piloting for, okay? And any of these I can put on, even if I don't have piloting, don't have Starship Design. It's going to be the same thing as the Starship Design for this. So say, back to shields, one of these. I want the Assurance SG 1800. So I'm going to go to one that I can use, okay? Now I'm going to make sure my camera is positioned to where the part will pop out in the center of the ship and it'll be red like that. You see that? Okay. Then you're going to click one, and then it'll give you this UI where you can mouse it around like this, and it hasn't actually placed it. And when this happens, you can press up and down, so W and S or up and down left thumbstick, in order to cycle through all the parts like this. And when you're doing this, it will let you cycle through the parts that you can't actually normally place. So I'm going to go all the way down because that one I wanted was all the way at the bottom. Now, the hard part is you have to memorize how far down you want to go. So you'd want to look before and then be like, okay, I want this part. It's going to be down 5 times or something. But this one is the bottom, so it's easy. I spam it. Once I get down to that part that I can't use like this, then I just go put it off to the side like this where it can be placed and place it. And there it is. There's the Assurance SG 1800 shield generator. And if I look, double check, yes, it's an Assurance SG 1800 shield generator. And I've actually placed it. Now, if I try to place it normally like this, I can't click it. So that did, in fact, abuse the system. And then you would obviously just find somewhere to put it on your ship. I don't know. The ship's a really hard one to find places for. Maybe I can just remove this for now just to show you. Okay. And I don't have the credits to do all this right now in the safe. But you put that on, and that will work. That'll actually let you do it. You'd have to leave and, spend your money and whatever in order to put it on. Now, the thing is you can also do this with piloting, which I already have piloting on this particular save that I loaded up. But they did that for a reason because, see this Fuser DC-401 reactor? And it uses piloting 4. So if I didn't have piloting 4, I would just go up to one of these ones up here, and I would place it, and then I would, go down to whatever that reactor is and try to find it, count the number of times you need to go down to find it, and then I put it on my ship or whatever. The problem with the piloting ones is that if you do a piloting one, then when you go to your ship and you try to pilot it, it'll tell you don't have the piloting skill to pilot this ship because it's above your piloting skill. But it will not do that for Starship Design. So you can go through here, and I could take this reactor down at the bottom, and then I could, put this on somewhere on my ship, and then I'd be able to, have this reactor, have a C-class reactor, even though I have no Starship Design and all this, and get the best parts in the game. So realistically, all you need is piloting, and that's only if a part says it needs piloting. So if you have a part that doesn't say it needs piloting, then it doesn't matter, and you're fine. Or if you have piloting 3, you put on piloting 3. Now, you have to be careful if you don't know about ship building. If you need a C-class reactor to put C-class parts on. So you'll probably need at least, in order to do a C-class ship, you'll still need piloting 4, but you won't need any Starship Design to put the super parts on. Yeah, so it's piloting 4 for any of the C-class reactors, unfortunately, at least at this vendor. Maybe there's a vendor somewhere where it would be B, you get a C-class for level 3 or something. So keep that in mind. Piloting still needs to be leveled. I have a video in the description of this video about an exploit and how to level piloting way faster if you want to go that route. But yeah, the Starship Design, though, is completely not necessary. Piloting is, it's not necessary, but it is. Like, you can glitch it and put them on, but you won't actually be able to use them. Just to show you here, I have a Starship Design Rank 2 shield on it now. We're going to exit, and we're going to accept, and there it is. And if I turn around and look at my ship, oh, I don't have the ship out. If I turn around and look at my ship, there is the B-class, whatever, shield module or whatever it is on the ship. And even though I can't use the part, I can, in fact, get in the piloting seat. So Starship Design stuff doesn't matter. It's just the piloting and the class of the ship and all that. So if you don't know how piloting works, it's over in tech, and there's piloting. If your class has a B class, if your ship has a B class part on it, then you need rank 3 to be able to fly. If it has a C class part on it, then you'll need rank 4 in order to fly. But other than that, you can just put any part on. Starship design doesn't matter. You can put the best parts on as soon as you get piloting to be able to actually fly it. And the areas this is most helpful is going to be putting on engines, because you can still find A-class engines that use Starship design. So even if you have no piloting and no Starship design, you can still put on really good engines that are A-class. Fuel tanks is another great place to abuse this, because they use Starship design for the better ones, but they don't require B or C class ships for any of the better parts. They don't have a class for fuel tanks. And then the other big thing that's going to be like, you know, I mean, shields are cool and all. Weapons might find some stuff. But the main thing is also cargo, because cargo doesn't have a class to it, B or C or any of that. So you can just go down here and get these crazy cargoes that can carry like 1,400 cargo with one little bit of space. So that's probably the most useful place to use this, is those ones. So hopefully it helps you out, guys. If you didn't have Starship design, or you just wanted to see another cool glitch in this game, that's a way to buy and use any ship part, regardless of your piloting and Starship's design skills in Starfield.